Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Octane Fernape, and this is my battle for Week 6 of Season 4 of the Major Pokemon League. This week I'm going up against Dark Devil, Coach of the Marlboro Mudsdales. Kind of a tough name to say, but, you know, that's his team, and that's cool. I did the team builder video yesterday, so you can check that out if you want. You know, you can see my team more in depth, but my team that I'm bringing, as you can see, is Stunfisk, Scorpion, Mew, Lando, Wise, Sylveon, and Tapir, while he is bringing the Chandelure, Nihiligo, Blastoise, Zapdos, Virizion, and Jirachi. So I expected most of those. I didn't really expect the Nihiligo too much. Still not certain on how to say that thing's name. I think I'm close, or I have it. I don't really care. That squid thing. You know, I didn't totally expect that just because I felt like I had some stuff I can take it on, like Mew, or like Stunfisk can take it on well, or Snorlax can shoot hits too. But you know, it made some sense. I expected maybe I forget like the rest of his team. I expected maybe like Piles run over that. Everything else makes sense. You know, I still kind of thought that might come. So that was just a thought in the back of my head. But yeah, so he brings that. So I think my lead. Yeah, I guess actually let me quick shoutouts to Reckless Bat for recording my side of the battle, and for Rogue for joining my team. Just quick shoutouts to them. They're cool people. They're awesome. Links will be down below probably if I don't forget. But yeah, I'm just gonna get in the battle now. So my plan originally was to leave Scolipede instead of the Toxic Spikes. But since he did bring the Nihiligo, I don't want to do that just yet. So I'm going to lead with my Stunfisk and maybe try to get at my rocks, thinking he'll lead Zapdos or like something else that Stunfisk could take on. Like I know Zapdos was one of the things I might have expected, but he leads Chandelure, so that's a little scary. So he switches out, which I also did. I switched out into my Sylveon, which can take any 2 hits from a Chandelure, even a Specs Chandelure, even a Fire Blast. Because my Sylveon's really fat. It's a cool set. So he ended up going into this, so that's cool. I guess he just didn't want to get Oko'd. I don't think he would have gotten Oko'd, but I don't even have anything to hit Chandelure too hard. I'm going to have Ground Stab, so it is what it is. So here, I'm in a pretty good spot. I think I like Hyper Voice here, just because I figure I can, if you do stay in, I can get some good damage off of you and put it into range of Lando, which, you know, I don't quite kill, I don't think. Just because this thing's pretty fat on the Spit F side. But I can get damage and put you in range of Lando, and if you do switch out, which I think you will, I can still get some damage off on something and just scout your set. So he does bring in the Rach here, which makes sense. I kind of thought he'd do that. So we do like a solid 20-25%, it looks like. So that looks, I think I don't know what I thought his set was. I think it was a little more defensive than I thought. It did like a little less than I thought. I think I originally, in the battle, I kind of thought I did like 25%. Looking back on it, looks a little more like 20, so it's a little bulkier than I thought, but that's fine. So he makes a double into this, making a really nice play after me to go on my Stunfisk, I'm assuming, so good play on his part. So I'm going to have to switch out again. I think I go into Mew now just because I know I can shoot any hit from this, as I think he finally stays in and goes for something. Yeah, he does stay in. This is Stone Edge. That was an interesting play, I guess, expecting, what else do I have in my team? Scolipede, maybe? That wouldn't have been a bad play, but that was really aggressive. I guess it makes sense. I didn't really think of that too much during the match. It could have made some sense if he goes for Stone Edge, but I thought Leaf Blade was a better play. But, so I go for Bulk Up just because I can live any hit and still heal that damage off the next turn with my Roost. So I figured it's alright. So I Bulk Up on switching to Zapdos. So I just go for Knockoff here, just get rid of his item. Just got a set. So he's lefties. But it looks like it's not too bulky. It looks like it's like max 8. Yeah, it wasn't like max defense. I think it was max 8 HP. And then the T-Will damage looks like he's pretty offensive. It could be modest. I think it was like almost max special attack. I'm not quite certain of his spread, but he looked pretty offensive from that. So he's not quite 2KOing me, but he's doing enough to where it's like close. And if he crits me, he can then 2KO me, or it could be really scary. So I'm just gonna keep roosting. I think I keep roosting till yeah, till I get back to full health, or nearly full health from my roost. So I'm at full, I'm at pretty much full, he's at full. So here I think I just go for a Zen Headbutt just to get off some damage, maybe get a flinch. I do hit, which is cool. So we can just get off some more damage. We do a little under half, I believe. Yeah, around 40%. So we do get the static, so you know, it kinda sucks, but I mean it's gonna happen eventually, so no big deal. Synchronize isn't gonna work. So that's alright. So he does go for another T-Bolt. And does do a little under half. So, you know, now I'm a little weakened. I could have maybe roosted there again just to get a little healthier, but if he crit me, he could have killed me. And I feel like eventually he was going to crit me, so I just didn't want to play that battle. He makes a really good play that goes for the Hidden Power Ice here. So good play, good prediction. It's really good timing, especially because I could have stayed in and just gone for the roost there, which I debated, but he righted me, so good play on his part. I guess he didn't have a whole lot to lose, even if I didn't stay in, so it's a good play. So he switches out now. I think in a Blastoise expecting me a set of rocks, which I think I did here. No, Toxic, just because I figure he's going to go into Blastoise, or even if he stays in, Toxicing Zapdos is really, really nice. So that's cool. So we're going to get some chip damage on Blastoise, which is really, really helpful for my Lando. I'm saying really a lot, but chip damage is the name of the game here. We got to chip down his team for Lando to win. That's the plan. So we're getting Blastoise chipped down a bit, with the poison, which is helpful. So here I just switch out into my Sylveon because I can shoot any hit from this. I expect a Scald here. Hopefully he doesn't burn me. Scald. He just goes back. I think he might have gone for like something to hit Serp on the switch in, which I thought that was a possible play too. But no, he just goes for Scald there too, which makes sense. So that's fine. It does like not much at all. So he sees how fat the set is. Because Sylveon's cool. So yeah, I go for Shadow Player predicting Jirachi, and I didn't think he'd say him because he does like nothing to me. And even if he did, I would still win that battle. So I go for the Shadow Ball there. Doesn't really matter that I get the Spadef drop on the Nihiligo, but he went into this, not Rachi, but no big deal. So I do stay in just because I figure if this thing's Scarf, which I think it might be, I'm going to kill it because this thing could check a +1 speed Lando, because it does, it's faster than Lando naturally. It's base 103, Lando's base 101. So I do just stay in, go for the Psyshock, knock that thing out, because even if he went for Sludge Wave, I could still live that. Even if he Specs, I could live it. If he's Scarf, he did like a tad under half, so that's cool. So he does bring Rachi, which makes sense, after killing Nihiligo, of course. So I go into Stunfisk just because I figure you're probably going to go for like Iron Head. Yeah, you just go for that. I could have gone for something else there. Like, I don't know what else I was predicting, but you just go for Iron Head, which is good, because I take like nothing from it, and you get Static too. So we get Statics back and forth, which is kind of funny. He got it earlier on my Mew, and I got it on Zapdos, so there his Zapdos got it on my Mew, my Stunfisk got it on his Rachi. But now I believe I go for Rocks just to set them up, I'm assuming that he has spin on the set. It makes sense for him to have Rapid Spin, but I guess we get confirmation, or we can get confirmation from this. So I think I go into Mew here, maybe. No, I think I stay in now, just to get off some more chip damage. So I think earlier from damage, or wait, no, we haven't really damaged this thing yet, have we? No, it's just rocks and poison. Or no, it's just a couple turns of poison. No, we haven't actually done any damage. So I go for that there. Looks like, I think that was Assault Vest, I think. It was like max defense, max HP Assault Vest, it looks like, just because he didn't look too offensive from the damage from Scald earlier, so that's why I believe that. I'm not quite certain, but I believe it was that set, so something along the lines of that. So I go into my Mew here, just because I figure, he can't even burn with Scald, so I can go into Mew, and there's a chance for my Mew to heal up and just to keep it healthy. That did a little more than I wanted. But I can live another Scald, which I think he switches out to preserve his Blastoise. I can get off a free boost on the switch-in, so that's nice. He goes right into Zapdos, which is a decent check to me. It still doesn't do half to me. It does a little under half, but I guess eventually he'll get the Para, so it's not... I mean, I think I can win that battle 1v1, but, like, I don't think I need to at this point in the game, so I don't risk my Mew. I switch out right back into Gypsy. I figure he might make a good play on the switch-in, which I believe he goes for HP Ice again. Yeah, he reads me again, so that's a really nice play on his part, again, with the HP Ice on my Stunfisk switch-in, so that's still fine. I can live another HP Ice. So here, this is a tough play. I think I clicked Toxic here. I think I was debating either Toxic or clicking Stealth Rocks, because, he can 2-kill him from this range, so Stunfisk can only do one or the other. I can't do both at this point. I go for Toxic just because I figure I need this thing weakened. Now, if he went into the Blastoise there, that could have been kind of bad, just because then I would have wasted that turn on the switch. But he did stay in, which I really thought about a lot, and I thought he would stay in. And even if he didn't, even if he did switch, then I wouldn't have lost as much as if I needed to set up rocks and he stayed in, because then Zapdos could be kind of hard for me to break through. But now I have a Toxic, and we're going to be okay in terms of, we should be alright to break through it now. So, it's in the range of my Lando to kill, but, not everything on his team is in range of Lando yet. He still has, Virizion, which is, almost full health. It was Life Orb earlier, which we did see, so it's at, like, almost full health, I think, like 90%. So I go into Scolipede, which can kill with a Life Orb Rock Slide, but a miss, so thanks Scolipede. To be fair, I've already hit some, like, 90 accurate moves, like my Muse and Headbutt, and 2 Toxics from Stunfisk, so eventually I'm gonna miss, so it is what it is, not the worst thing in the world. I thought it was kind of bad at first, because he could T-Ball me, knock me out. Then I didn't have a whole lot to check it besides Lando, which I didn't want to bring in. I didn't want to have to bring that thing in until I could just win, because I want to keep it as healthy as possible so I can set up if it needs to, but I just go for another Rock Slide. I figured he'd sack off Blastoise, which he does, but, you know, I figure it's fine. I can just go for Rock Slide, knock that thing out, and just switch him. So that's fine. So Zapdos is still, it's not too healthy, it is poisoned, so it's like 70 or 75%, so that's a little scary, but it's like 75%. So that's a little scary, and I'm not going to be able to knock him out with a Rock Slide here, but I guess there's a chance it'll flinch. I'm not playing for that, but I just want to get off some damage here, and we do a really good chunk. So he just goes for, like, Heat Wave, knocks me out here, I think, or T-Bolt, or, yeah, Heat Wave, doesn't really matter, but yeah, he goes for Heat Wave, knocks me out. T-Bolt would knock me out too, so not a big deal there. So my Scolpede's gone, so the score is, like, 4-4. I have not been, I think it'll show the Pokeballs in a second. He has this Blastoise, and he can really go down. I think we both have 4 Mons left. Does it show him? I think it shows the Pokeballs in a second. So we go into Slurp here because I can kill with HP Ice. Yeah, it's 4-4. Okay, that's what I thought. So we go for HP Ice here. I thought he'd just sack off Zapdos, but he goes into Chandelure, which is alright. So I go for the HP Ice. It does like, nothing. So even if Scarf, I can live a Fire Blast because I have the Aqua Berry. A modest Scarf Fire Blast. It's a roll to kill me. It's most likely in my favor for me to live. He has a very small chance to kill if he's modest Scarf Fire Blast, which he has to me, so he is scarfed. So he goes for Fire Blast here, and he lands it because he's lucky and bad, and whew, we live on 4. The roll was like something, I forget what the min roll, but what the min roll was. It was maybe like 78. The max roll I remember was 89, so I was at like 88 after Rock. So it was a roll heavily in my favor to live. He had like a 12.5% chance to kill or something around that. So it was definitely in my favor to live, and would have been a bit of hacks if I didn't, but thankfully Jakester's able to live the Fire Blast and get off the knockoff, so get rid of his Scarf, so Lando's going to outspeed him. I don't really need him to, because Lando can still outspeed him, even his Scarf if I get the +1 from the Z Sandstorm. So here, I just go for that the Light Spin here, just because I don't really have anything else to do. I can't really knock out Chandelure from that range, and even then, it's fine, because it's in Lando range, so it's not a big deal. So I just went for the screen there just because I could sack it off to Shandy, which helps Lando set up. So I go for the Leaf Storm there just because I know I could have killed, and I know I didn't need to risk the miss, but I felt like it's really nice to have the power to get the +2, and then I could get some good damage off on the Virizion here. And then that should be in Lando range after a Life Orb hit, so yeah, we do a good chunk with the Hidden Power Ice, as he does go for Leaf Blade and knocks me out, but he'll take Life Orb damage, which, you know, he actually takes more damage from Life Orb than he did to me, because I was such a low health, which is kind of funny. But this is definitely in Lando range, so I do just bring him out of Lando, and things are looking good. Now, here, I don't know if I forgot that he should outspeed me, or I don't know what my thought process was, so I should have gone for the Z Sandstorm here. I should have. I didn't. I went for the Z Stone Edge because that definitely kills. I think I can kill. I don't think I need to go for that to kill. I should be able to go for my stab move and knock him out. But I think. Wait, yeah, I had Earthquake. Yeah, I was physical. Was I fully? Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't fully physical. I had HP Ice, but so yeah, Earthquake is my stab. So I did like. I think the main roll was like 31, 32, something. And now that definitely looks like below 32. I measured it. I did some math. It looked like 26, 27%. So it should definitely be able to kill with a stab Earthquake. But maybe he has a lot more bulk than I think. So I don't want to risk him living. So I need to go for the Z Stone Edge now. In hindsight, I didn't know that he was not Jolly. He was not Jolly though. So I did outspeed him. Thought he would outspeed me. So I should have gone for the Z Sandstorm there. Just CC Sandstorm. Well, not see, just because I would have been able to live any one hit bar and crit, and then I could have outsped him the following turn, and then I would have had more power later for the last couple mons on his team. Even though everything should be in range, barring Shuka on the Rachi, which it could still be, so I'm not quite sure. So I do just go for the Continental Crush and knock out the Virizion. So not a huge deal with the Sandstorm thing, but it could help me here. So I do just go for the Earthquake, and he is Shuka, so that is a little scary. It'll make it a little closer again, but I should still be able to win, and you should be able to beat Rachi. So we do like around half of his health. Doesn't really matter because next Earthquake will kill anyways, but he gets parried, which is unfortunate. So he went for Ice Punch that turn, which is unfortunate for him. Now, I think he was like max HP, max defense, or maybe max speed or something, but he I think no attack investment. Yeah, he had like no attack investment. He was telling me, or like no speed either. So my Mew would have outsped it too. So it didn't matter. It could have changed the differential a bit if he did not get parried, but he had like a, I think, 18.8% chance to kill with Ice Punch, so it was still in my favor to live, for sure, so, you know, it wasn't the biggest deal, because then I could still live the Ice Punch and knock him out the following turn with Earthquake. If I had the Sand Up, I think it was a roll to kill with the Shuka. If he was a little more offensive, though, I think he was more defensive than I thought, so I think he would have lived anyways, but, you know, it is what it is, so, I mean, I should have said, against Rizon, because I thought I would have outsped that. I thought I would have been outsped by it. But regardless, I kill Irachi and kill Chandelure, and Lando picks up 3 kills to finish off the game. The Braviaries take it home in a 3-0. So, finally won. Finally got another win. We are 2-4 now, and it doesn't sound great, but it feels good. After being 1-4, 2-4 sounds awesome. So, we're making our way back. The season is not over. It is far from over. We are halfway through, so hopefully the second half goes a little better than the first half. If I can win out the second half, that would be ideal. That'd be beautiful. Perfect. It's unlikely, though, just because this league is very hard, and, you know, winning 6 games in a row is, or, well, I guess 7, so, but, I mean, winning 6 more games in a row is very difficult, so, we'll see how that goes. If I win at least 5 of them, I think I can make the playoffs, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, GG to Brendan, it's a really good game. I think I still would have been able to win, even if you did kill me there. Even if you did kill my Lando there, because Mew outsped Rachi, and I think you would have been in the knockoff range. I don't think you were yet, but I could have bulk upped and beat you 1v1. He had a Wish on it too, so he could have healed, but I had bulk up, so I should have been able to beat Rachi 1v1, barring an insane amount of paras on my Mew, so it is what it is. And then he had the Shandy in the back, and on my Mew I had the Gooseberry, Cassib so even then I could have took a Shadow Ball, so you know, it is what it is. Or even if like I killed Rachi and he still had Shandy, then I sold my Sylveon, which is healthy enough to take it on. So, you know, I was still pretty secure in the end game there, so it's all gooch. But anyways, GG to Brenton, as I said. So next week we're playing Carney Hobo in the Vancouver Stealth Rock, so hopefully I can pick up a win there and really get this ball rolling and get a little win streak going and really start to fight my way back into the playoff race. We're I think 2 games behind now. We were 3 games behind, but I believe one of the 4-1 teams played another 4-1 team, so someone had to lose. So someone's 4-2 now, so that's good. So we're 2 games out. We're making our way back. So Braviaries, we're gonna keep fighting and keep battling next week, playing Carney. So I'm gonna get out right now. Just get out of this video. Get up out. So I don't want to keep saying that. Anyways, rate, comment, sub. You know, sub to me, sub to Brendan. He's a cool guy. Definitely check out his side. And I will see you guys next week with the battle versus Carney.